Modern medication did not work for me. Modern medication did not work for me. Modern medication did not work for me. Modern medication.
Well, hello, my friends, brothers and sisters. We're talking about cannabis and the benefits of it. My friend Eddie, Kelly, and Perry, he's back from a long vacation.
Hey, Perry.
Right on, yeah. Hey, welcome folks to Mercy TV.
We
your
have an
source
echo in here.
for news and information on the cannabis issue as it unfolds here in Oregon, across America, and around the world. And if you want to get a sense of the coverage, visit our website, mercycenters.org. We have a webpage set up for all 50 states and some 35 countries due to the fact we've been contacted from folks from those areas requesting information about cannabis and its medicinal uses. Also, we have about 35 conditions covered in full detail and if you visit, check out the bulletin boards at the bottom of each page, which has comments from folks, sometimes from the area, and sometimes with a solution to folks that are begging for help there. So that's what we do here at Mercy. Give us a call at 503-588-6444 for more information.
Hey, people, get out of the closet. We need to hear from you. We know you're watching. It's not that hard to get on your phone.
We can hear the bong water gurgling, so we know you're out there.
Was that a dab I heard?
See the vape smoke.
Well,
There we go.
Yeah, with 9 states legal.
Right, yeah, we've got
recreational.
a big oomph. Canada legalized. Oklahoma, of all states,
Right.
declared medical.
Yay.
I remember an activist here
Grandma.
who used to be in Oregon, T.D. Miller, used to be a head of NORML, was busted for the cause and eventually driven out of state. So God bless you, T.D., wherever you are. I'm sure that has a big effect there, being driven back to his old home state of Oklahoma here from Oregon. So we're watching that one, and we'll see what kind of a law it is. You know, there's a scale from the CBD-only laws that some states have, mostly in the South there, East Coast, which are, you know, probably about on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being the lowest, they're about a 0.5, I would say.
I am so excited to see hemp farmers.
Yeah.
It is such a drive. And there's incredible growers that are now going out and saying, I can do this, and planting these huge fields. And okay, I believe in living soil, absolutely, but wow, there's a lot of weed out there.
Right. Well, it's fantastic that, you know, that's coming of age, as it will, or
Yeah.
re-aged,
Yeah,
you know,
Right.
back
it
again.
used to be.
And hopefully it'll be applied to those states that have CBD-only laws, like Georgia, for example.
They can
I believe
import it from us. I don't
Utah,
mind.
all that.
Come on down.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, their law, by the nature of it, doesn't allow for folks to make their own CBD, though.
Laws
which is
change.
so
We love that.
We hope
when they don't work, we have to change them.
other
That's
states like
great.
New York don't allow you to use it in its vegetable state. You have to have it processed, for example. Louisiana makes you have a doctor apply for a prescription through the DEA. You know, good luck with that.
Oh, my goodness.
So several states have something embedded in the law to make it less than successful.
Right.
Unlike Oregon, which I guess you could say used to be successful, and now they're pricing it out of the market for the patients who need it the most. So.
Well, we're the highest state in paying the medical
Yep, the
costs.
fee, what it costs to become a patient in Oregon is the highest in the nation. Yeah, of all the 30 programs now, almost. Yeah,
It's pretty far up
still
there.
trying to find a doctor, going through,
right.
all
Finding
of
a
that.
doctors, finding
rigmarole is
growers.
really hard.
Yeah.
Well, how about
Growers now is ridiculous.
Yeah.
I tried to apply for my card. I had a letter sent to me saying, nope, you've got a rush grow. I'm like, what about the bump up canopy? I called the number, and she's like, there's no law for that yet, hon.
Yeah, they're still
Okay,
stacking
sorry.
applications. Remember,
Yeah, and
they're
so
not even processing
I
any
was
right now.
really hopeful that medical patients will win, seeing that 75% is supposed to go to the patient. That's absolutely wonderful. That's what we've been fighting for a long time. But yeah, there's no growers and it's not cost
And then
effective.
now
and
California's
it's-
becoming legal now, or
Right.
recreational's hopping in here next month or so, whatever. Now
those fires down there.
now they're right. Well, now aren't they? They're
Yeah, let's see
taking
them growers
the
become
cannabis and
firefighters
throwing
now
it
with
away.
the passion, right?
They're throwing it away. The cannabis down there. They're actually. The program's changing over from that if the cannabis in California, if the
they're products
THC
that are in
it's
their
too
medical
high in the
system
medical system, they're having to throw
might
it all
not
away.
qualify
Right. So they've got
under
people
testing.
under
or
the test. Yeah, the testing. So like
How are they
packaging.
doing with labs? 'Cause
They're even taking
when we
packaging
did that,
back. Well, I guess
it was a
they're
debacle.
yeah.
Testing debacle.
Yeah.
That's what I called it.
They're taking the packaging back. Like some places that sell to the dispensaries, they might have a product that can still be used, but the packaging is wrong. So they're taking that
Right.
back. They might switch it out. Though a lot of it, they're actually people are throwing it away. Some people are like, I'm sitting on all this stuff, I can't use it, but what am I supposed to do? They're actually saying throw it away. There's companies out
Make
there
that.
online.
Destroy it.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, they got to destroy it instead of give it to the patient. But
Yeah. Well, hopefully, by hook or by crook, it'll find its way to people on the street.
That need
it'll,
it.
yeah,
maybe people just give it away.
percolate down through the.
In Oregon, there's no law against giving cannabis
Community,
away.
you know,
You
so-
can
I
just
went to
give
the
it
Dead
away.
Show. That's true.
Oh, you
It was
can
in
give it away.
Eugene, oh, Lord. It was crazy.
Roll a bunch of joints, hit a place,
yeah,
yeah,
it
so-
was just
There we go.
everywhere.
Well,
It
and
was
so
everywhere.
we hope that, that's one of the reasons we encourage folks to call in and to join the network, to be a part of this, whether you're a grower with excess or a patient in need, it depends
Call
on
us
us
up.
building the community and maintaining it and keeping people going. So,
Hey, don't forget, felons can vote in this state. Register, get in contact with your legislator, get in contact with your friends. Make sure they're registered voters. When you get a new driver's license, you're automatically registered, and now it's up to you to keep it up
right.
and get the right people in the office.
Right, but
I'm
don't
hoping
just
to.
stop there. Make sure you get to the polls and make sure everybody you know is registered and gets to the polls also. And then expand on that, have
I'm starting
parties
to go
dedicated
to
to
the
that,
different, yeah,
Let's have a
events
voter
that are
registration
going on.
party and then drive around and say, hey, did you vote yet? Come on, get in the and go. And no questions about your party affiliation, who you're going to vote, or it's just everybody get and go. There's strength and power in numbers, particularly for our cause, our issues.
You can go to the post office, I believe, and get voters' registration cards.
Right, yeah.
And just get them and then start handing them.
Yep.
Say, hey, you know what? I'll see what they say.
Write little
Yeah.
notes on them, leave
No,
in
no,
places. Hey, this
Back in the
is,
days of
you know,
activism, and this is
we'll
one of
give
the
you
things
one
that
free wish.
T.D. Miller,
Fill
who I
this
mentioned
out.
earlier, used to
From
organize. He was a
Yeah.
real mentor to me as a cannabis law reform activist, and it's fortunate we don't have to sacrifice ourselves like he did, getting arrested and going to court and filling the courtroom and making a news, media thing out of it. In the end, he ended up having what a coincidence. They piled up charges on him and his wife and everybody else and agreed to drop them if he left the state and stopped showing up at places, asking questions that powerful people didn't like to answer and
It's
stuff like that. So
Been great to have
Yep.
huge plow points.
Right, so one of the
Jorge
things-
Cervantes was
yeah.
back in Oregon. I saw at the hemp stock.
Yeah,
there
yeah,
was
good
Clay Pierce was having problems. He's left and come back a couple of times. Paul Stanford.
Right.
People that were major plow points in our industry for
Dr.
hemp and
Lebec.
cannabis, and
yeah, Dr. Lebec,
especially-
who passed.
Yeah,
Lebec.
medical.
But
so.
and Lindsey
More
Bradshaw.
power to those people that had to take it on the chin.
Right. It passed, but he was famous for organizing letter to the editor parties, and he would work with glass shops
Yeah.
to bring in and do a glass party at the same time. So they have a little, show their pipes around. Maybe somebody buys one or not. The organizer gets a pipe as a piece for the doing a thing. Everybody writing letters, and he gives that piece to the winner. They have a little contest on it, but the people are writing them. At the same time, they're registering voters,
Right.
and educating people on activism, what you can do, demonstrations, rallies, visiting your representative, as PK has done many times.
That's what I think needs to happen more
Yeah.
and more. Is people need to, pick
But
up
then-
the phone. They're already there with their phones. All you have to do is email them. Sometimes, it's not
You mean
that
get off
hard.
of Facebook?
Right.
You mean I'd have
Yeah,
to get off
you
of
can
Facebook?
get on
Actually,
Facebook
oh
and
my-
get to them.
oh,
You
yeah.
can message so many of them. It is
Yeah.
awesome to be involved.
Right.
Let's do that.
So they encourage all those things, and then to network. If you call your representative, find out what the representative says and talk to everybody and take those points and counterpoints and answer back. And then write that letter to the editor. Say, hey, here's and so forth. And every point that you can, call into radios, visit online, leave it on bulletin
us a
boards,
call.
stuff like that.
Come take a picture with me, the Weedman.
There you go.
Come here.
Put it
Come
on
here and get a
Right,
voter's
you know.
registration card. Hey, I'll bring some with me next week. I don't know if we can do that.
There's a lot to be said
Call
for standing
in.
on the street corners with signs.
Yes.
High
And
traffic
voter
areas.
registration
Yeah.
cards.
Yes.
So
There's still changes.
all these
to be
things and
made.
more, that really need to be done today more than ever. A lot of folks are, oh, hey, it's downhill. Why bust a hump here? It's like, no. These patients,
just
there's
begun.
patients doing without medicine today, and there's no good reason for that. Not here in Oregon.
And remember, if you're a patient, if you're an
Home of
OMMP,
the, KGB, the killer green bud.
Green Bud, that's right. If you live in Oregon with the KGB and you're OMMP, go into your dispensary and say, hey, can I have some marijuana or some cannabis for free? Because if you do, they might be able to give you some. Because that's one thing that most people don't know is if you're a medical patient and you're in need, if you go into a dispensary, don't let them tell you any different, they can give you some. They have the ability to give it to you.
Yeah.
Thought I'd just put that out there.
Interesting.
OLCC.
Good point.
That's
it
one thing I
doesn't
found out.
ask
I asked
how
the police,
much money
is it
you
against the
make
law to
off
give
it
cannabis away?
necessarily. So your taxes have to be
As long
reported.
as you're
So those
discreet.
sales have to,
Yeah.
be evident, but OLCC doesn't ask. It isn't something that they're, concentrating on. It's how the law works and how the facilities work and how the people are doing it. So.
Well, yeah, and to a certain point, that's what they should do. That's their job.
Absolutely. It's tried to set something up. It's in its infancy.
But the
Toppling
medical
along.
program
It's getting hacked and
does not have that excuse. Ever since they've been incepted, very shortly after the Kelly Page era, they became protagonistic concerning the medical cannabis patient
you're like, you've
community.
got it. You could grow it yourself in your
They
backyard.
do less than
Why
nothing
not?
to educate the
Right.
community.
Yeah.
They, if anything, they're anti. I heard people say that their director manager commented that they have too many patients now. Echoing what the prohibitionist legislator has been saying since the program was conceived. It's like, oh, there's too many people on the program. It's like, what?
You mean
What?
that? But there's
That
not
makes
too many
less
people
than no
to go.
sense. How many people are allowed to be well? First off, that's the first thing I think of, and then the next thing is the logical thought of there's like millions of people that are suffering from MS. If you look through the conditions, it's a huge number, and if you've only 10%,
Well,
that's
it's a
hundreds of thousands of
mindset that we've
patients.
been sold
Sounds like we got a caller.
as a consumer
All
community.
right.
We got a caller.
Hello, caller. Please answer.
Yes, I'm trying to find out if there are any OMMP dispensaries for patients. I'm having a hard time finding one for just patients only. And I also had a question about the taxes and if the schools are getting their share of the taxes that they're supposed to and the other places it's supposed to be distributed like they promised. Do you ever
Those are two great questions.
Right, Ed? Do you know of any Salem area?
Well, maybe
Dispensaries?
Can of Medicine, 3202 Triangle Drive, Southeast, I believe. There might be Can of Medicine, but I'd get out there and look, maybe even Google it.
Right.
I apologize that I don't have any more information. I'll make sure I do. You could maybe even call the OMMP at 971-673-1234. You could talk to somebody live, or
You're good.
I've had that memorized for like 15 years.
I'm good.
There's also the Green Depot in Salem, and Reefer Madness. You can visit their website at
Center Medical.
reefermadness001.com.
I think that we're talking about just specifically an OMMP
Store.
And I would have to look to the state and defer to some of their information that might be available on who's registered, who's left.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
very few medicals only.
Yeah, I believe
And
I know
that's
of
after-
one in Southern Oregon.
I see. Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll have to send you to the
Research.
website. I'm afraid to check that out.
Yeah.
Now,
we'll
as
research
to
it
the-
and try and
As to the tax dollars and how they're being spent, that's something you'll have to check with the budget office, the governors, perhaps the commission, the Cannabis
Are there-
Commission.
I
are
did
there-
read in the Oregonian a good report on how much money was going to them, and I can't
To the schools
you know,
and stuff?
say how
Right,
much.
and so that's showing how much is allocated or meant to be sent there. I think what our caller is asking for is
Did it
proof,
go?
what's
Yeah.
actually being spent and where. And so, that's a very good one.
Well, and this was a follow-up of that,
Right.
saying, we...
Do you
we
live
did
in
a budget
Salem, caller?
After July
Yes,
1.
I'm in the Salem area.
Okay, well, maybe you could go down to the state capitol even and do some sniffing
Yeah,
around.
I think the Department of
Budgets
Revenue
change.
would probably hold that information about what was spent
Budgets
and
changed July
where.
1st
So, yeah.
in state revenue, so it's
Okay.
it's a perfect time of year to ask questions.
Now,
Heck yeah.
you suggested Department of Revenue, they must legally give you that information, correct?
Yes, and I don't
Oh, if you
know-
ask?
Yeah, some of it may be under public,
Public domain?
Freedom of Information
Freedom of
Act. You may
Information
have to
Act.
file
How
a
you go
request
about
of
doing
some
it,
kind. Yeah.
But maybe we'll look into that this week and talk about it next week on our show.
That's a good point, though. Make sure
Yeah,
how it gets
let's.
spent, because that's
I
not the
like
first
when
time
people
I
call
love
in.
they
Salem.
redirect it there.
Government.
Yeah, give me some resources to check out anyways. I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Well, thank
Did
you
you?
for
You're
calling.
welcome. Did you still need the number to the Oregon Medical Marijuana Program?
Yeah, if you have that handy, can I have that?
It's 971
971
673
673
1234.
1234.
Heck yeah.
OMMP?
Yes.
Okay.
And real quick, caller, are you a medical patient now?
I am a patient.
Bless you. If
So,
we can do anything for you, let us know.
Okay, and I can't grow for myself, so it's, it's hard.
Yeah,
It's expensive out there.
absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Please call in
All
again.
right, thanks for calling.
God bless you.
give the office a call.
Well, great questions, and we hope more people call in with,
Yep.
stuff like that. So,
And growing
yeah.
cannabis, you can do it on any scale for any
Right.
budget. I mean, we were burning some of our wood to make some potash the other day. That's just, here we go. This is how I'm doing it. I can't make it.
Yeah.
I can't buy that much as I have to use. So.
Well, I
Have to
burned the
create it.
excess leaf and used that. The leaf and the stalks that are still
Oh yeah,
there.
it goes right into my compost.
They were talking
Well,
about that, doing some of that
in
stuff.
my fire pit.
Oh yeah.
And-
I burned quite a bit too. That's true.
Now, any of that
Yeah.
stuff that's getting
That's
burned,
the destroying stuff.
any
yeah.
stuff getting burned, is there any way to process any kind of medicine out of that, or can you? still eat it?
It's a
Could you-
closed loop system for growing and creating your own living soil, and so that's where we're at. It does. It creates medicine in the long run.
Like,
You're
back
helping
into
the
the-
soil with the ash.
okay.
Yeah.
We have so much excess. What about excess leaf to be used for smoothies raw, which does not activate the THC, but provides the excellent cannabinoid factors as well as the vitamins?
Right
I
on.
love juicers. I've only tried it. It's peppery.
I like
hot.
it in a salad.
Yeah,
I do
it's
like
peppery
fresh
hot.
leaf in a salad. Just depends.
I'd have to
The high
add
terpene leaves are.
apple juice and stuff. Yeah.
that's an important element, though, that Reed was mentioning. THC isn't activated.
Right.
Till
So
it's
you're not
heated.
getting
Till it's
high.
heated, yeah.
Right. See,
Yeah.
so
Or
But it's
alcohol.
still
unless it gestates for a while,
In
no,
your-
that might.
Might activate it.
Who knows?
I don't know.
Pretty systems.
220 degrees
Get your
Celsius
gut there
right
like
there.
a cow and start to ferment, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe in this suit.
See, how much, depends how much fiber. Well, there you got your fiber right
That's
there,
funny
folks.
of
Hey,
it. Yeah, my rabbit certainly liked it.
Come on, guys. You know you want to call in. Give us a holler in here. Please. You got to have a question for us. I'm sure PK could answer a question for you. Any of us here. Give us a call. 503-588-6444. Come on,
Yeah.
guys. Come on, guys. Hey, tell us what you want to talk about. Tell us what you want to hear. Maybe next week you can give us a holler and say, you know what, Weedman? We'd like to see you put your money where your mouth is. Let's see you on the corner out there with some voters' registration cards.
There you go.
Well, dang, nabbit, I might just have to come and do that. Something fun.
Yep.
You know, it doesn't have to be all cut and dry and woe is us. Not that it has been. Though, tell you what, with all this OCC stuff pushing down on us, it's like worms and squirming in a can.
It's not that bad. It really isn't that bad. You
See?
get into the system, you learn how to do the few things that is required, and it's not horrible.
There we go.
And you have to sit and watch the wheel go round and round. Metric is a bit of a,
Do you ever have
problem
problems sometimes when with metric, fighting with it?
It must be so difficult. I would love to look from the state level at what a database looks like. Because I used to
Like
do
a bunch
that,
of
but I know
confetti
I
swirling
do that.
down
I do
into it.
reports. Yeah, I do reports.
You're a
and
tesseract.
so I know, what I'm
Tesseract.
doing and how I'm doing it. And I'm, fairly accurate. It could be, all sorts of people get their hands in there and it would be a mess. So I really have to feel for the bean counters that are trying to keep track of stuff. And now, you're supposed to have everything every 24 hours, so you have to sit at the end of the day and try and update everything.
Right, and
That's a lot
goodness.
of people on there trying to make changes all the time. And now we're going to have to call and have them come and, hey, we're going to harvest in a few days. Okay. Then you have to get wet weeds and do all of these things. It is a process. But if you've only got 6 plants, if you've only got 12 plants,
Not that bad.
you don't have to do it. And if you've got more than that, then yeah, I can understand why we'd want some weights and balances and checks. And here it's in the system some, and the police know, but it's got a blue tag, we're
Well,
pretty much okay.
that's a trade-off, and hurrah for people that agree to it and want to go through it.
Yeah.
But is that it? Your thing fell down there. So, thank you,
There we go.
folks in the control room, helping us out there.
There we go.
But just like with the medical program, these laws really shouldn't be. I mean, it's all about
Free the
cannabis
weed.
being dangerous, evil and dangerous, and having no medical value, which we
That's
all
what
know is
we
not
were talking
true.
about going back to, right?
But that justifies
It's just a plant.
this huge oversight just to watch, to watch every gram, to make sure it doesn't get in the hands of little
I
children.
believe it's a lot of
half
waste.
of which
So much
could
waste.
use it, for gosh sakes.
When
They got
we-
them on 80 Adderall and
Yeah.
Ambly and, all this other crap. Like those
pretty
kids
soon
that were
it'll
on,
be insurance.
we want to talk about Thurston, the gun shootings and stuff. That kid at the one in Springfield in '98 that started, they thought this was the big one, and now that's almost like small potatoes. But that kid was on lithium or some other, antidepressant, antipsychotic, And look at each one of these cases, and sadly, when they
keep
happen,
going.
they bring out the cannabis thing, marijuana, and cover up all these, real things that really do
drugs.
cause that. So yeah,
That's when we got to get the fan all the fog away and look at
Exactly.
the
That's
facts.
where mental health services, being able to access those things,
Sure.
are so
Right.
absolutely mandatory as a community.
So-
how can we send old lady with edible cookies to problem instead of the SWAT team? I'm
Right.
not sure,
Right.
but I bet we could come up with some options at times. It
and
would be much
and why
better.
are we sending it? All because of that nonsense, that reefer madness. So it's great that we have the recreational. The main thing is it's medical for all adults now. Hallelujah, praise the Lord. But let's not lose sight of ending this war, changing the law. So these vast fees, this huge oversight, all this.
It didn't used to be like that when I first started. Not
it's
even close.
necessary. Yeah.
And I do believe, it's creating an industry, it's creating an economy.
Well, yeah.
And
the war.
And a sub-economy.
Do we need all of that?
The professional drug war mongers, let's take out the cornerstone of them, this cannabis prohibition.
Right.
Sure, I'm all for that.
I feel like that when we got recreational, everybody forgot about medicinal or wandered off and got cheap recreational.
Cheap
and we
is
need the
true.
medicine. We need the medical research badly.
Yeah, research.
And we could maximize that. Instead, we've got all this
doing a
money
lot.
being spent to law enforcement. I hope they're still not printing out that anti-medical marijuana pamphlet. Years ago, we found out that the police here in Salem were distributing this pamphlet that basically said marijuana is not medicine and the same old reefer madness stuff. And it was like, what are you doing? And where's the funding for this coming? It turned out that we were the
burn grants and things
some of this
like
money
that.
that
I
goes to the
watched
police
city-
was going to that.
Yeah,
And it's like
drug and alcohol prevention was my job here in the
playing
city
for your
of
own
Salem.
bullets there. It's
I
crazy.
worked for.
So you got to make sure that's not
the
happening
city of
again. So
Salem.
our caller was right to say, hey, where's those tax dollars going? They're going to the schools. They're going for school education, and not for
and
some
not
other
the Nazism
dare
of
program,
cannabis.
some wasted,
music
washed
or
up
the-
nonsense there.
Yeah, it just
Sports.
It's interesting if we could, take off that whole layer of criminalization and not
And the
funding
war,
prisons.
And we're not talking about,
the lies.
anybody can give it to anybody. Obviously, like they do with alcohol, with tobacco. These things are, have a proven, but again, we knew about the problems of those, and it was tough getting those past the professional, people who push them on us. So.
Well, I don't see any easy answer this
no,
week,
it's register,
but it's going to be
vote,
a lot of
and get
people
everybody you
making a
know
difference.
to do so also. That's
Felons
the answer.
can
That's the
vote
solution.
in this state.
Good thing to know.
Hey, folks, we're getting close to the end of the show. I hope you've got some knowledge and have the courage to talk to your representative and your neighbors as
Right on.
well. For Dr. Lebec, he was a great fighter for us. For Mike and Shauna, for helping to do this show. The people at the
Wow, yeah.
CCTV.
Hey, there's something that, there's still prisoners of the drug war. There's people still in jail for getting us to this point, for handing out medicine to folks. There's
Still so many states.
There's
that,
still people fleeing, refugees here to this state, to other states, to get the only medicine that works for their children. All this crap is still going on, so please register, vote, get everybody you know to do so also. That's the only way we're going to change those situations there.
Yeah.
Big thanks to Ed, Kelly. Thanks for coming on, helping us with the show here.
Always
PK,
love it.
Yeah, it's fun. I enjoy.
And
Brother
be sure to tune
PK.
in next time.
Cannabis
And
making a
bring your
difference.
friends, bring your
Tell your
enemies.
friends.
What the hell?
Tell your friends about this show. Come on down and watch us do a taping.
Right on. Yeah.
That'd be cool. Come on down
I
here.
hope you're enjoying
Folks can come on
Mike
down, be in our
Gordon,
studio audience.
also on this channel.
Toss in your comments from the Peanut Gallery.
Very good.
I thank Donna over here. She's got the Weedman shirt on.
Right on.
She's always in the background. Always in the background.
For information,
Help me do
folks
this,
can visit
do that.
weedman.com, right?
Yep. Go Weedman.
Go Weedman.
Go Weedman.
Right.
www.gowweedman.com.
Right on.
Hashtag smoke weed, not speed. Hashtag the Weedman.
MercyCenter.org.
MercyCenters.org.
Right?
Who's
See
our
more about Mercy
representative?
TV and other Mercy activities. MercyCenters.org. Leave a note, send a message, give us a call. Our phone number's there on the page. And again, you can come on down and be in our studio audience Friday, 7 p.m. And
Come check us out, see what we're about. Much love to each other and everyone out there. Let's do the next right thing for each other and for yourself.
So spread the
Yourselves,
word.
please. Remember, cannabis is peaceful. Cannabis is a beautiful mother plant that the Lord give us. And we don't want nobody else to take it away.
Among every herb-bearing seed, this is a big one.
Yeah.
So don't keep this information to yourself. Spread the word.
Spread the
Peace and
word.
well-being.
Thanks, and we'll see you next time here on Mercy TV.
Thank you. Have a good life. You want to say anything before I turn it off, Glenn?
Yes, good night.
Good night. God bless you all, every single one of you.
Modern medication did not work for me. Modern medication did not work for me. Modern medication did not work for me. Modern medication.
Hello, folks. This is the second half of Mercy TV. You might see us on YouTube. Now, I do another show, My Garden, and I show how to grow a cannabis medical garden pretty organically. I use soil, I use tomato food, and I use pond water.
Pond water?
And I'm starting to vacuum the bottom of the tanks and feeding the babies, my cannabis plants with this induced water, highly oxygenated. And Kelly, she's a grower here.
Yeah, we've been putting in plants outdoors right now. So I've got one hoop house done and some of my upper flats and been mending beds, and I'm still, cleaning out clones and getting them out into the ground.
And what type of water system do you have?
We've created an irrigation system. We have water rights. So we've got wells, 2 different ones that we use. And there's 3 springs on the property anyway. So we have a gravity-fed system and a pump system. And it's irrigation through PCV pipes. So we've got some drip tape systems too. So we try and, keep up with it all.
Wow.
Well, I have my overflow from my 4 fish tanks.
That's great.
Going into the garden by dip out of the buckets and use city water to refill, or the rainwater when it comes.
I've got a few rain catchment systems just off the barn roof.
Yeah.
But it does, you get a lot.
You get 50 gallons when you...
There's only 3 months in Oregon that it doesn't rain, so,
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And if you're on the coast, it's less than that.
Oh, yeah. I know, I'm sorry. I had to move inland. You know, you just can't grow weed over there.
No.
No,
You
indoor.
grow some mold out there.
There's in my closet, I had a couple different kinds.
Yeah. So how does that help you with what's that water do?
What kind of
the
fish?
Fish.
You got
Yeah,
tilapia
it's a
or-
goldfish.
Oh,
Goldfish?
wonderful.
Nice.
9 years ago.
Oh, that's very smart. Wonderful.
So,
Yeah, I've got a couple friends that do hydroponics with their fish, and I don't know what that's called.
Fishoponics? Fish rollponics?
There's something, yeah. And amazing.
Oh,
amazing.
aeroponics?
Yeah.
Would it be aeroponics?
Yeah.
that's something that your roots
Air.
are out,
Right,
and you're just spraying them.
right. That's what you're using with the clone machine, an easy cloner. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been so busy. I've got to look up.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah,
wish
check
they
it
would
out.
put the timer on so we know how long we got to play.
That'd be positive. That'd be positive.
Let's just keep going on and talk about growing. That's easy.
Grow,
I have no
grow
problem with
your
that.
boat gently down the street.
Well, we have pretty good soil
you smoke.
here
Yeah.
from the last ice age and that. That's why the farms and ranches are like in the Willamette Valley.
Yeah.
Is it in the banana belt too? Are we in the banana belt?
Yeah,
area?
we're similar in the same length of the Hawaii.
Well,
And
But
that's why we get those.
I had friends that went to Hawaii. They said the weeds just whacked because it's just too moist and it's all moldy sometimes, and you can't dry it out. It's
They got,
too
don't
wet
they got microwaves
everywhere.
in Hawaii? No.
Yeah, no, it's okay. Yeah, I'm sure that works for some folks. But
No,
yeah,
I'm kidding.
yeah. I've got a friend who's making these huge dehydrators
Ooh.
for cannabis. I know, walk-in size and little oven size and stuff. So, let's see.
Isn't it crazy back in the day? Well, I don't know. At least back in the day, there was big stuff going on and it was super illegal. I like to skirt my way in and out of there, but now it's like, oh my gosh, it's
You
legal.
had to keep
it's
the
all legal.
windows, the
Yeah.
blinds closed while you were hanging your weed because, you didn't want anybody to see. And
Yeah.
The smell.
How many? Hey, have you ever put a towel
I
up
don't
under
know.
the door?
I always smell like weed.
How about a
It's
towel
just
under the bathroom door or a towel under the front door?
Yeah, never in
And
a
now
hotel.
we don't have to do-
Never
No.
in a hotel. Never. And a shower cap over the alarm. Never. I would never do that. Never. You do what you need to do sometimes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what we really need to do is vote. If you're a felon, get out there and vote.
You can
PK
vote.
always just say that. You can vote.
As
Yeah.
a felon in this state, really.
I'm living
Wow.
proof.
I've had folks that, said that they couldn't vote because of that.
One day I tried to light this in front of a few police officers. They didn't know. I asked them, "You got a light?" I was in a public place. I didn't know couldn't smoke.
are-
But
You work hard. I thought
This
it
is the
because I
crazy
was
second
driving-
half.
I
This
was
is the
riding
second half.
a pedicab at Country Fair,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And I had this pedicab, and the people in back of me were smoking. We
Smoke
all
what?
got $1,200 tickets for a roach. One roach.
when was this?
That was a few years back. It
Wasn't
was
last week, though.
7 years ago. Yeah, no.
That was
Here
before
comes
the
the sheriff.
hempization.
Right up there. I think it was because I was all, bedecked and just cute.
Yeah, must have been the
They wanted
cuteness.
to talk to me some more.
Princess Leia. Looked at him. These are not the. These are not those that you are looking for.
Yeah,
Go away.
It was terrible. Yeah. That was ridiculous.
So there's going to be another hemp fest or something. What's coming up next week?
Oh,
Next weekend?
Oregon
Country
Country
Fair?
Fair is going on
Will
next
there be
week.
cannabis
That's why I brought
there?
it up.
Discreetly.
It's discreetly, and there are a few places in the back. The camping is, I'd keep it to that. It's just inside
Probably
the fair is
smart.
very family friendly,
Right.
and it's a
Well,
lot of
if you
entertainment.
would
and fun.
go to where they would allow smoking,
You could probably
tobacco.
Yes,
Then you could probably be
could
smoking.
have a drag or two,
Or
but
10.
you have to be discreet.
discreet. Yeah,
But
always
that's
the
the
name of the game in,
smoking
the
area.
in Oregon anyway.
So you can smoke. I go to airports and they have a smoking area, so you can have a drag off your joint as well as your cigarette.
I'm hoping to go to Quiet Camp and check out Darling and
What's Quiet
Shady.
Camp?
It's a campground outside of Country Fair.
Oh, okay.
It's usually
It's peaceful.
Yeah. Yeah, and after the rave and stuff, then
You need somewhere to lay
about
your hair.
3 o'clock in the morning, and yeah,
You need something
So-
peaceful, huh?
it's crazy. It's fun. So we'll go see what's going on.
Yeah.
Life isn't all about party, though. The girls are working.
I completely enjoying cannabis.
Yeah.
Though I mean, like this year, this 420, I got to have a driver. This last year on 420, and I went to an edibles party.
Tuesday is 7/10. It's oil day.
What's that?
Oil day.
7/10? I never heard of that.
7/10. Oh, if you turn it upside down, if digitally, it says oil.
420? Oh,
No,
oil?
7/10.
Oh, I get it. Oil, 7/10.
Yeah.
Upside down on the scale. Oh,
You gotta get
7/10.
stoner.
See, that must be. I need to smoke some more weed.
I was upside
Or
down
cannabis.
after smoking dab.
We're smoking PK's shirt here in a minute.
Yeah. I don't know how they came up with it, but it's Tuesday, so.
Hemp is one of the what?
One of the things the government, the oil company, the pharmacy,
they don't want it.
It's medicine that God gave us.
Yeah.
And we can grow it ourselves, but there's a lot of people that don't have the area to grow it, or the knowledge, or the capability.
Yeah.
And or they're in Section 8 housing, or they're in some kind of care facility.
Section 8 housing is a problem.
Yep.
Yeah. I had a problem with cannabis. I had this one terrible little plant. I mean, it was one leaf on it. It was dead. It was in the bathroom. It had no light. And they kicked me off of my Section 8 housing when I had just little baby.
Well, I got a friend right now that I won't say this person's name. This friend, if they won't let her, she's on Section 8. They won't let her use cannabis, but they'll let her use all this morphine and I don't know, whatever the heck it is that she's been using. And she'd rather have the cannabis, but she's got to make a choice whether do I have a place to live, or because she's chosen that way of life on the Section 8. Do I have a place to live, or do I not? Because I want to, not be an
So many
addict.
people with opiate and pain medication can't do both.
Oh yeah, because if you're on a pain contract, you cannot
So you
use
can't
cannabis.
lower your amount of opiates.
No,
They
no.
only increase after by replacement.
Well, I mean,
Sad.
someone brought to my attention today out on the corner. They says, man, 1776. Remember 1776. Back in the day, it was illegal not to grow hemp on your farm. If you had a farm, you had a certain percentage of your farm to grow hemp.
Yeah.
If you didn't, you'd be in trouble. You'd go to jail.
Sales.
Well,
And you can pay your taxes with hemp.
yeah, you can pay your taxes, and then the hemp is what got everybody moving.
I want to do that.
Yeah.
I want to pay my taxes with cannabis. Please. I
will when
got extra cannabis. I'm trying to sell it. It was
You will
not
when you
easy.
sell some to a
That was
dispensary.
one
Yes,
few things
yes.
other than cash that was
I'm working on it.
useful for tax, is they could use that plant, the hemp plant, for paying taxes.
And for oil, and for the to rub on the ship to keep the water
Microbe.
out, and what?
really? That
What else? What else?
They made
Read
the ropes, they made the
Constitution
sails,
was written on hemp paper.
rigging.
Yep,
all
the
of those
sails, the
things
rope.
for
I
the-
mean, and then it was all good until what? Prohibition, then alcohol,
When they
Tobacco,
started making artificial
pharmacia.
rope and
Big-
things, artificial substance.
Oh, the nylon, when they invented
Yeah.
a nylon
Yeah.
and the plastic rope.
Yeah. Yeah.
What would you rather
I'm
have
just so
in
sad
what would
to
you rather
watch
have
these
in the garbage? This hemp that's going to
biodegrade.
biodegrade, or you,
Hemp is biodegradable,
Yeah.
and it was the oil men that wanted hemp and cannabis canceled completely because they wanted to make rayon out of oil instead of cannabis, which makes a better product.
Yeah. Yeah. It's economy drives us all.
well, in the paper industry. I mean, the
Well,
cannabis,
that's what's hard.
hemp
It's,
makes.
I think we're
so-
watching America do that right now. It's about
We're
this
we're going back.
blind frenzy of
You know, Jay
consumerism.
Leno has a hemp-based car.
Yeah, I did see that on my little Facebook scroll.
What?
That was fun.
What?
I know.
Hemp plastic is stronger tensile strength than steel and lighter than anything else, and Mercedes uses it in their indoor in the panels on the inside of the doors.
Didn't
Mercedes?
the first Model T start with him too?
Ford,
I think that Ford did that.
Ford, I seen a thing where
Yeah.
Ford was beating the quarter panel of the vehicle. Nothing's happened to it.
That was him?
It was him.
Yeah.
And you imagine how our insurance on automobiles would be if he had.
It's a
That
no-brainer.
we're enslaving people and creating judicial chaos instead of freeing this plant and allowing medicine to flow. I've got a little old lady, and I would love to be able to send her, some tinctures, but I just feel I can't do shipping, even if it's CBD.
No.
I still don't know if that's okay. So I
I
just stay away
still
from
do
some of
the
that.
shipping with the my
CBD.
Well, I got a healing oil. I have 2 different healing oils.
Really?
Then you ship?
If I have a patient out of state, I'll ship them because the THC is
So low.
Less than
not
3%?
activated in the
Oh.
one.
I see.
And I accidentally put peppermint extract into the other, and the alcohol and the peppermint extract
Well,
activated.
I'm gonna have to, talk to you, and we'll figure out how to take care of her. Cause, she doesn't have health insurance, so she can't use the same prescriptions that she was using previously. SOL. So sad.
Remember, we can grow it ourselves. I mean, if you got a friend out there, outsource. You ask questions. Call the OMMP, 971-673-1234. See if you can find a medical dispensary if you have just medical cards.
And if you're a patient, I believe if you go to any of the dispensaries, no matter if it's not a medical only, and you go, I'm destitute,
They'll give you some.
they have to give
If you
it to
can
you.
provide your card, I
Yep,
think
show 'em
that
the
they
card.
might be really wonderful.
Say-
Power of Life downtown Eugene, advertising on their little sidewalk sale.
Some people might do that, I don't know.
$30 an ounce.
What?
Yeah.
What?
$2 grams, $30 an ounce.
Wow.
I don't know what the quality is.
Where was
but
this?
It's Power.
Eugene?
What is it? Flower of Life is downtown. I was just walking downtown
Wow.
in Eugene.
Maybe it's some pea bud or something, but who cares? It's
Eugene's
medicine.
just crazy. It's
Yeah.
crazy how many shops. We've got La Mota here. Right next door, Mr. Nice moved in. It's like 7 shops in the same 4 blocks. It's all over. I don't even know how many are in town anymore. I can't keep up. As a producer, I can't keep up.
When we would go for a delivery of the Cannabis Connection, sorry, we don't have none
Oh,
now.
that'd be so busy.
So we would go over to Monmouth. There's 2 shops back to back, and we're going. I thought that
In
was
Monmouth?
illegal. I thought they had to be at least 500 yards away
or
from
something.
that, and especially to a school.
They changed stuff again, so I'm not sure all the
Well,
laws this week.
When 91 was passed, they said they would not change anything with the medical. 3 times in writing they said this. And look how the medical
hundreds.
patients
Yeah.
are suffering. So
Yeah.
please register, vote. Felons can vote in the state. Please get in touch with your friends, your representatives. We need you. This is why our forefathers fought to get us away from the king.
Remember, we're on CCTV Live every Friday night from 7 to 7:30 p.m. Channel 23 Cable Comcast. You can call in at 503-588-6444.
Right.
Talk to one of us.
Yes.
Ask questions.
But not
I don't
tonight.
know.
Don't call in now.
Well, you can call in and we can answer your question.
We can?
Yeah.
Okay.
It'll be recorded.
We're here,
All right.
I guess.
We're live right now. People can call in.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Well, no, I guess
We'll be on YouTube.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
be on YouTube.
Oh, okay. So they.
We're a
can't really
working,
tell.
wonderful work in progress.
If we had
Number-
mentioned it earlier in the last show, in
We
the
did.
first half, people could still call in.
Okay. Yeah, they can. Heck yeah.
So
Tell us what you want to hear from us.
Yeah.
Let us know.
Give us
What's-
topics,
Yeah, what's on
Ideas?
your mind? Topics, ideas.
questions.
Like our representative. Who is the representative to talk to you around here, PK?
What do you think's
Kate
about where-
Brown. the
Kate
gov-
Brown, talk to the governor.
Yep.
Oh.
And she'll send you over to this wee little wee.
She has a Twitter account. You can
Yeah.
just Twitter stuff. It's
Yeah.
great.
Maybe we'll get her on the show.
No,
I'd love to
always
get a couple
somebody
of the
that's
House of
similar
Representatives
name.
folks. I bet you I could get a couple of great people. There's
We'll
a
try.
House of Representatives guy, and I'll bring him. I've got a couple other folks. Jim Davis would be fun. He's a breeder,
Mm-hmm.
so that might be interesting.
Wouldn't it be neat to have Paul Stanford here?
Well, if he would come down,
That'd be cool. But his show's on Friday nights
yeah,
maybe on a time where he didn't do a show, he could come and do this one.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's like a legend. Yeah. Me, I'm a legend in my own mind.
Yeah, I don't know. My kids have been telling me that yeah, people know
What are you doing,
me
hanging around
as
with
Mama
Weedman?
Weed and come up and talk to me. You know.
Hey, Mama Weed, have you seen
they
the Weed
do.
Man?
My friend Dank
hope
down
so.
in Eugene.
Yeah, that's what she should go on Dank Show.
Gave
Andy
me this
McDank?
badge.
Oh, I love Andy Dank. Dank,
Yeah?
dank, dank, dank. He's a
Yeah.
cool
I
guy.
sent in a smoking video the other night. That was fun. He's
ya?
a very funny human being. I thought he was
He's a
out in
good guy.
like Umatilla.
No, I
Oh,
called him today. I
Eugene.
didn't get no answer. I want to see what he's doing.
Yeah, I would love. He's hilarious.
Yeah.
He's very funny.
Remember, you can't spell healthcare without THC.
That's right.
his favorite. And Dr. Lebeck,
Yeah.
don't smoke in the rain.
Or underwater, or in a pool. Don't smoke while you're swimming.
But for all the
then again,
everybody tries to out THC. THC is part of the medicine, whether activated to
Or not.
get you high or
Yeah.
not.
You need the whole plant.
I have to make edibles here shortly. I've got to decarb some marijuana.
Decarboxylate.
Yeah. Put
So
it
what
in
do
my
you do?
little
Put it in the
pan.
oven for at 220.
A little lower, yeah. I try to get it in there for a good 20 minutes maybe. Stir it around. Make butter. Make oil.
One thing to remember about cannabis, if you're out there and you're just learning and you haven't done it yet, is start it out slow. If
Yeah.
you think you want to take, if you got some RSO oil and you think you want to take 2 pills, oh, don't do that. Take it like half one.
That's why recreational only, the dosing 15 grams. That's so tiny. I
Right.
like 10 times that, so I'd pop, like 10 pieces of chocolate. But they do it because so many people don't have a tolerance, don't know how to dose. So,
It's the first
and
time.
I do 300, and I'm like, whoa, here I gotta go take a nap
Well, I
for
did-
6 hours.
No.
No, I don't do that.
Yeah. Believe me, I speak from personal experience. Go slow, do a little bit, or you'll be sorry. You won't be fine.
Please describe the ominous side effects of cannabis, please.
Oh my goodness. That night I was vomiting out my window, then out the front door, then on the front on the front stoop of my door. Then I laid there. I see, because I didn't know. This guy says, I got 2 pills. It's RSO that I made. And it
You
was
ate
the
an
THC,
entire pill of RSO.
2 of them. 2 of them. And I
See,
thought
you're
I was
supposed
going
to
to die.
start with like a grain of
Yeah.
rice.
Yeah.
I was a big dummy. I thought, oh, okay. He said he takes 2 pills. Okay, I took 2 pills. I was
Of
not a happy
straight
camper.
RSO.
Uh-huh. And I was like very miserable. So
That's what a
I was-
cancer
felt like-
patient takes.
Yeah, well, I was a self-inflicted big dummy that night. And Donna says, "Oh man, I mean,
Yeah.
I
You have
just-
to be
oh.
aware that
I
this
thought
stuff
I
is
didn't think I was
medicinal.
gonna die. I mean, I felt like, oh my gosh, I've poisoned myself
No.
because I took both those pills and I was like,
Oh.
I was fine. I laid down, and then it hit me like the spins. I'm like, Oh my gosh, I don't drink.
That's
I'm
why
not
I
drunk.
don't drink. Yeah.
That's what exactly. That's why I don't drink, and it's like, oh my goodness. So yeah. So definitely the ominous effects. I had sweaty palpitations of my 2 brain cells that were rubbing together still, bouncing off
There's
each
2
other.
left. I'm
there was
so
2 left, and they were
glad.
fighting over the space. And
They're like space. Yeah,
I was just very
final
thankful.
frontier.
It was like when I woke up, I had to wait hours and hours and hours and hours before I'd even felt like I could drive.
They
I was
say that
not gonna drive.
orange juice helps.
Yeah. Well, I heard orange juice intensifies the.
Isn't that something a lot of people find when they get high, they don't want to drive?
Oh no, I don't want. I like my license. I like being able to go somewhere.
Which is the opposite with alcohol. I find people want
Right.
their
With alcohol,
superpowers
well-
and don't have a brain left.
Well, you want to go
But-
back to the store and get another beer. I've been there, done that.
Ouch. Whereas,
Oh,
yeah, you sit on the couch.
But yeah, you definitely want
Fall
to
asleep.
start out slow when you're
Peaceful.
doing edibles, and don't take too big 80% proof whatever pills of RSO
No.
unless you want to end up a
responsible.
but
Jello,
yeah, don't be
yeah.
a big dummy.
No.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
so
I
sorry.
felt and I thought
but
I'm
you don't
53. I
die.
should know. No, but
You fall
exact-
asleep
I-
later.
Oh,
you
I-
might have a hangover somewhat in the morning and still
Oh, yeah.
feel it sometimes lasts 2 or 3
it
days.
was 3 days ago. I still don't feel right. I feel like, okay,
But
yeah,
you're being
I've
medicated at that time.
oh yeah. So-
Heavily medicated, and that's you have to respect the plant.
Oh man, it ain't
A
no
lot of
messing
people
around.
don't.
That's why I like to do now. I mean, before when I did that to myself, I took 2 pills that I had carboxylated of just some flour, and actually I took 3, and it was on an empty stomach, and I laid under the blanket going, I don't want to go nowhere. I don't want to go out. I don't want to come out. I thought everybody's FBI's after me.
I was doing
it's
that,
like-
but I was watching Netflix. I don't want to go anywhere. I don't want to do anything.
And that's
For me personally, when I get a little bit higher than I choose to be, I use some CBD heavy products.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Counterbalance it a little bit, offset that, and get to the
Or
different body
even
types.
eat some regular food.
oh
to-
yeah,
to help
counteract
you,
and get in there. But yeah, I just
Not just Doritos.
I just really,
and chocolate.
really think
Okay,
before I
okay.
went to bed. Yeah, I remember I was like, actually it was last Friday.
Oh really?
Or no,
Wow.
it wasn't last Friday
And
because
you
no,
have
no,
somewhat of
not
a
last Friday.
tolerance.
It was
You're
3
a
days ago. No,
regular-
it
you're a
was last
chronic
Friday
smoker.
that I got the pills. When I
Yeah.
left here. But yeah, and then I tried them like 3 days ago. But yeah, start out slow. Be
Yeah.
smarter than the Weedman was.
Well,
the
that's
other
what we
night.
had to do with Harry. Harry came and he was on chemo with the VA for cancer, and we started him on RSO. And we just started with a grain of
Just a little
rice,
bit.
little bit.
That's
and it's
Rip
gummy stuff,
Simpson's
so
oil.
you've got to put it
Right.
in something else to take it. And so making a quarter of a gelatin capsule.
Well, I had this
fine
guy
to
was
start.
making me this stuff. He put it in coconut oil or coconut, yeah, like.
Oh, that's.
So I'd take a little slice of that and I'd eat that right before I go to bed.
Oh.
And that's what I was trying to do.
Yeah.
But those, too much.
But
So
those
like,
were RSO, which is highly concentrated,
Yeah.
much more than an infused cannabis
Right.
oil or coconut oil.
so even I think I know stuff. Well, I don't. I need to learn too, guys.
Yeah,
Definitely.
that's like
We all
eating
need to
a
really be
activated.
real safe and slow.
They have these diamonds out nowadays. Boy, there's stuff that's just too strong for my blood. I don't know.
And so remember to please use cannabis responsibly. You're out there. You want to learn some more about it, you can call us here at 503-588-6444 or the Oregon Medical Marijuana Program at
That's best.
971-673-1234. And remember, even if you want to go to a shop or go to one of these places to get your card, you can still ask your doctor. Ask your doctor first. You can get your paperwork online for nothing on the Oregon Medical Marijuana Program website. And you get that, take it to your doctor, they'll sign it. That doesn't cost you anything.
And then if you're on SNAP or
If you're on
have
SNAP, if you're a
social
veteran,
dis-
$20.
Yeah.
I'm a veteran. My card costs me $20 every year to renew my card.
Felons can vote. Remember
Yes.
that. Hey,
People in the
please,
hospitals.
Please. Remember, Henry Turner wrote the beginning song. Modern medication doesn't work for me. Cannabis is medication. You don't have to smoke it. So, remembering Dr. Lubeck, Mike, Shauna, and the other people from Mercy, and CCTV, Channel 23. Take care, my friends. We love you.
Yeah.
Please remember to go safe. Go out there and do the next right thing. Right, Kelly?
Absolutely.
Love your brother.
Be good. Be good to others.
Love your brother. Be good to
Be
others.
good to yourself.
You know the golden rule. The golden rule.
Always.
Yep.
Very good. Happy Independence Day and all that.
Yep. Well, guys, remember, we love you.
Thank you, friends.
Much love. Always go safe.
You want to say anything before I turn it off, Glenn?
Yes, good night.
Good night. God bless you all, every single one of you.